If you are new here, if you're returning for another video, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are all so appreciated. In this episode, we are going to talk about you are not their parent. And I want to talk about this topic because so many times do I hear my girlfriends, my boyfriends, my family, my friends talking about they're staying in a relationship or staying friends with somebody way too long because they are trying to be their parent. They're trying to be the one who fixes them, who helps them get through things. And I just want to talk about how it's not your responsibility. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. But before we do, please make sure that you subscribe and turn on your post notifications. That way you are notified every single time new content releases from my channel. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in, guys. Okay, so flat out, what I want to talk about with this video is you are not that man's, you are not that woman's, you are not that cousin's, you are not that friend's parent. It is not your responsibility to fix them, nor is your responsibility to make them heal, to make them better, to make them grow. Not your job. So whose job is it? Whose responsibility is it to deal with these things? You know, I love this person. I don't want to lose this relationship. I don't want to lose this friendship. It's their job. It's their responsibility, not yours. And the thing that really triggers me with this whole thing that I really want to talk about is I always hear the, oh, but she held it down. Oh, but he held it down. Oh, but we've been through so much. That's freaking great and all. But at what stake, at what sacrifice of the person who stayed with you did they hold it down and that you've gotten through everything? I mean, what did they really have to sacrifice as far as their morals or your morals or their, you know, things that are important to them, or maybe they even stepped outside of their comfort zone because they're trying to fix you and it's not their responsibility. So I'm talking to the person who is making the person wait, but for those of you who are, it's not your responsibility to be that one to hold it down and to fix this and to stay in any form of relationship longer than you need to because you are trying to fix somebody and help them grow. You know, we are all individually growing. We're all learning, and it's our responsibility to take that on for ourselves, but not for other people. So stop taking that on yourself. Stop putting your energy, your time, your effort into people and things, anything that is not conducive to you. But if you're putting your time and your energy and all these things into someone who isn't even giving that to themselves, they're not going to counseling to heal on their own. They're not filling out job applications. They're not going to school by themselves. You're forcing them to do these things, or you're holding it down so you're being the one to do these things for them. For one, they don't really want to do those things. So they're either going to resent you or they're going to quit and then you're going to be pissed because they didn't do those things, or they're just not going to do them and you're still not going to get what you want and where you want to be. So as far as growth and healing and those things, it's not your job. So putting the energy and the amount of effort that you should be putting into yourself or relationships and friends that are actually beneficial and are helping grow and they're doing things on their own is a waste of your time. And it's so unfair, but the reality is I see it so much that a lot of people do this. We so much take responsibility for other people, and I've been very, very guilty of that. I've taken responsibility of people in my life who I love and I care about, and I don't want to lose them, and I have kept and held on to something way too long because I want it to be the girlfriend or the friend or the sibling or somebody who proved these people wrong, who proved outsiders wrong, and who proved that I can be that for somebody else, who proved that I can be there for somebody else. And it wasted so much of my energy and so much of my time. And that's why I really wanted to jump on really quick, because why do that to yourself? Why do that to the people who are actually helping and who are actually good and who are deserving of that energy when you're giving it and putting it into people who just aren't? So when somebody tells you, let's say you're in a relationship and that you are their emotional support, you are something that makes them feel good, you're something that makes them feel safe, that's great and all, and that's fantastic if they're also doing the same things for you and they've healed and they figured it out themselves and this is a mutual, great, healthy thing. But the reality is that's not very healthy all the time. You know, that's not a normal thing. It's their responsibility to fix themselves. It's their responsibility to be healed. Their responsibility to feel healthy and happy. It's not yours. So please stop holding on to people longer than they deserve. When it comes to the reason being holding them down and being the one to change their mind, being the one to make them feel good, because it isn't your responsibility. Again, you're not their parent. If their parent couldn't do it, you're surely not going to do it. And before you waste years of your life with somebody or with a group of people, or even investing back into family and friends and stuff like that who are not worth it, I'm just here to tell you that it's just not going to work out. It's not going to work out right. And basically that just meaning that you're the crutch for them. You're the crutch for their happiness. You're the crutch for their emotional well-being, for their healing. You're the person who they attach to, your crutch, to make them feel better, but they haven't even taken the time or energy to deal with it themselves. And that is very, very obviously unhealthy, but why do we not realize that, you know? So that's why I'm here today, is to make you realize that that's not normal and that's very unhealthy. I guess I should say it is normal because unfortunately that's what we have gotten accustomed to, but it's not healthy, shouldn't be normal, and it's not something that is your responsibility to deal with. You do not need to be somebody's crutch. You deserve to be with somebody or have friends or be connected to family who are already at that stage in their life where they've healed, they are able to grow, they're confident, they're loving, they are taking care of themselves. That way you can be that in a healthy version for somebody else, because now you're not a crutch. You guys are just on the same page here. Last thing about this, guys, if they haven't gotten it already, like I just mentioned, if their parents didn't teach them, if they haven't discovered that they need to be fixed or grow on their own, they're probably not going to get it, and you're wasting your time. So again, I've been super guilty of this. I've stayed. I'm like, oh, I just love this person, or I love my friends, and I'm just going to keep giving chance after chance, and I'm going to be the emotional one, and I'm going to be the one who holds on to them, and I'm going to be the one who fixes them. It's stupid, and it's so bad for you, and it's always just draining of your own energy when these people don't even want it. So if they haven't gotten it themselves, they're probably not going to get it. And why are you trying to be the one to do it? Why? Ask yourself honestly, because it's not worth it. And in the long run, you're wasting everybody's time, because you're not going to be able to fix this person. You're not going to be able to heal this person. You're not going to be able to make them grow. So you're going to be upset. It's going to take maybe years, but then you're going to realize this person isn't changing because this is who they are. And now you have to leave anyway. Or these friends are just really these people. They're not growing. They're not conducive. They're not giving good energy. And you're going to have to leave anyway. So you wasted everybody's time involved, including your own, trying to be somebody's parent who you do not need to be. So let that person's parent. Let them figure it out on their own, because you are so much more worthy of people who are already on the same plate as you, people who already understand the things that you understand, and people who you don't truly need to wake up every day to get ready for work, or who you need to schedule a counseling session for, or who you need to do all these things for, because it's not your responsibility, it is theirs, and you need to let them treat it as such. Do not be a person's crutch. That's all I really wanted to jump on here to say. Don't be their crutch. Don't be their parent. Don't take their responsibility for themselves in any way, shape, or form, especially when it comes to healing. Healing is something that somebody needs to do on their own. You cannot be somebody's healer of all things. Even though they like to say that and they tell you that you make them feel better, it's not reality. They need to heal. They can't count on you as a crutch to heal and to fix them, because it's not real. That's not something that can really, really happen. So not your responsibility to help them heal. Not your responsibility to help them grow. They're not doing it on their own. They haven't gotten that lesson already. They're probably not going to get it. Let them figure it out. Let them fall on the very, very bottom of the ground if that's what needs to be done in order to make them bring themselves back up. Let them grow on their own, you know. And honestly, at the end of the day, guys, I'm not saying that if this is a person that you want to be with, or these are friends that you just have to have in your life, that you can never, ever be with them or ever have them in your life. But maybe right now is not the time. And only because you are not responsible for them. If you know how to separate yourself, that's fantastic, do so. But it's hard when you care about somebody, when you love somebody. It's hard to separate yourself from that and not being the one who tries to fix them. So long story short, very, very long story short, stop being somebody's crutch. Stop being somebody's responsible parent. Let them deal with those things on their own. Either separate your friendship where you know how to be able to kind of break out of that responsible role, or maybe it's just time to move on. Stop being with this person, stop being friends with this person, stop putting your energy and your effort into somebody who needs to do it on their own, and give yourself that time and energy. Give people who are already on that same plate that time and energy, and you are deserving of that. So stop holding on to things longer than they deserve to be held on to. Please and thank you. With that being said, I hope that this video helped. I know it was kind of a dagger for some people because it was a hard lesson for me, so sorry if I made you mad, but it's reality. This is what needs to be said, because we gotta stop taking responsibility. Stop being somebody's parent. Go out there and take care of yourself. Be a parent to your child. Give your energy to people who are deserving of that, and give yourself the energy, the time, and the friends the energy, the time, the relationship, the energy, and the time of the deserving ones versus the ones who just simply don't deserve it, and it's not your responsibility. I hope you guys always know that you are loved, you are appreciated, you are seen, you are heard, you matter deeply. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you guys next time.